Okay, welcome to Keller Williams North Florida Luxury Mastermind. We have a very special guest today. I hope you enjoy Stephan's presentation. So without further ado, we are going to tell you all about Third Home. And Stephan, take it away.
Yes, thank you very much for joining today. I'm really excited to share some information that I hope will benefit you in several ways. And I'm going to go through a couple components of this presentation. One is Third Home and what is Third Home. It is a private club, and I'll give you all the details about that. And then go into the program that we developed with Keller Williams Luxury in order to provide you some new tools and benefits that you can use to personally benefit for travels as well as for your clients and prospects. But a quick blurb about myself. My name is Stephan de Bernede. I am passionate about the hospitality industry. I have spent quite a bit of time in it because I was one of the early employees at HomeAway Verbo and spent 10 years building that company up from a startup all the way to when we ended up selling it to Expedia. But more importantly, we really built a really fun vacation rental marketplace that people use all over the world today through under the brand of Expedia at this point, but we managed it ourselves for many, many years. And through that process, not only I got to really play in the vacation rental world, but also worked with many property management companies, which by default are also real estate brokers and agents in resort markets. So I'm very familiar with the world that you live in when you are in resort markets. Maybe not as familiar when you are in the pure world of real estate. But I'm very happy to share the information today with you that I think you're going to benefit from. And this is a program you can sign up for it today if you're interested. And I'll give you more of that context in a second. So what is Third Home? I'm going to play a little video, and Brandy, if it gets some feedback, please let me know as I'm going to play it right here on the screen.
Okay.
And that will give you a quick introduction of Third Home and what it is that we do. So I hope that gives you a quick glimpse of the type of properties that we provide. And at a glance, what is Third Home? It's a private luxury club for travel. So it's closed-in club. The company was founded in 2010 in Nashville, Tennessee, by a former real estate broker who was very, very successful in the Carolinas. And when he created the business, it really was based on feedback that he received from second homeowners that own places mostly in the Hilton Head area. But he was realizing that after 3 to 5 years, many of the homeowners who had gone to the same place over and over wanted to go elsewhere and were kind of stuck with their assets. And so he created this club, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it and how it works in a second. But founded in 2010, so we've been around for a while now, 13 years. We have offices in Spain, Marbella, Spain, and one satellite office in London, because we do about half of our business in the 3/4 of the business in the US and the rest in Europe, but growing really well and fast in Europe. So we cover the world. We have about 15,000 houses around the world in over 100 countries. And we've been working with some of the key brands, and I'll share a little bit more about that, affiliate brands throughout the world.
Steve,
But at its core,
real quick, are you
yes.
you're not in presentation mode, so we see your slides, but it's in it's like as if you're the presenter and not showing us the presentation mode. So I don't know if you want to.
Okay, do you see it here?
Yes, perfect. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Sometimes it jumps when the video plays. So thank you for clarifying that.
My pleasure.
Yes. So Third Home is, like I said, a private club where owners have to have a second home to qualify. And the type of homes that are into the club range between $500,000 to $50 million. And the reason that there's such a gap, typically it's about $2.3 million on average for each and every single home that we accept in the club. And the way it works is that it's an exchange. So you have a second home, you're willing to let people stay in your house. You come to us, we vet you, the owner, we do background checks and extensive checks on the owner and on the property. And then we determine if the property is worthy enough to be in the club. And the price range is big because you may have a beautiful on the beach place in Belize that may be worth $1 million, as well as a California, Napa home that's worth $25 million. So the definition of luxury varies based on location, which is why we have such a range. But we try to accept people in the club that have properties that are worthy of luxury and ready to be stayed in by other guests, which are by definition club members. And so the way it works is that when you bring a second home into the club, after the vetting process that we do, we accept that property, and this particular homeowner has to give up or give 2 weeks to the club minimum. And when they give 2 weeks for letting people stay at their convenience, could be July, could be, and the seasonality, when people stay, other club members find their home on our platform, which is a regular search experience. They will book a property, and that particular owner will receive keys, which is a point system, an internal point system. So people earn keys when they owners earn keys when somebody stays at their house, and when they book a property somewhere else a year later or whenever, they pay in keys. And so it's this really fun key system, which is also interesting because it's a non taxable event versus a rental. And so a lot of people that are in the second world, the second home world, that have resort properties, sometimes are not interested in the rental. If they are interested in the rental income through Airbnb or Vrbo, then they can do both. They can be in the club, give a couple of weeks or more into the club, but also rent their home in parallel. So it's really attractive on both sides of the equation. And the way we make money is that for every stay or every trip that is booked on the platform, we earn we call it a booking fee, which is very, very inexpensive. You're talking about an average stay for properties that we will charge about $900 per week for the entire stay for the club member to go in and out. That's our revenue stream. And we have a small annual due as well of $295, which is not much at all. So, like I said earlier, it is a very interesting program for folks that have second homes or third home to join the program. And I'm going to lead into how that benefits you as an agent. But it's really a very easy way to travel if you're flexible on time and you're looking to travel to different places over and over while keeping your second home, or maybe while buying a second home somewhere that you care about and then join the club. You can actually do that. We have because it's a closed-in club, there's this trust factor that is built in for second homeowners, where, except maybe some of the KW folks like Brandy, who has actually joined this program, 98% of the people that are in the club are also second homeowner inside the club. And therefore, it's club member to club member. So this trust factor plus the review system that we have make it very easy for people to say, yeah, I'm willing for some folks to come and stay in my house, very much like a rental. To give you some perspective, I said we have about 15,000 homes in the club. I'm going to give you 3 examples here of the type of properties that are in the club. This is a 2-bedroom oceanfront villa in Cabo San Lucas. That particular property at the Viceroy would be about $15,000 per week if you were to rent it directly through them. Because we have a property with some of the units in the club here, you as a club member or you as a KW agent who joins the program would only pay $895 for the entire week there. So the savings are just incredible when it comes down to comparing a week of rental versus a week of being inside the club. This is another example in Sonoma County, a big estate in California. This would be a $20,000 per week stay. You would pay $1,500 roughly for that same property for that same week. And this is the fee that we take for the booking fee that people pay to travel. So based on the quality of the asset and based on the seasonality of peak weeks versus non-peak weeks, this is why you see a variance in our booking fee. But on averages, it's between $600 to about $1,800, which averages about $1,000 a week to stay in the properties. We have properties all over Europe as well. This is places in Italy overlooking the Mediterranean, $13,000 a week. That particular stay would be $1,300. So really a 10x fold if you are thinking to rent the place versus being part of the club. Bruce King is one of the KW operator in the Houston area, and he was kind enough to put a little video together. I'm going to play that as well, and then I'm going to go into the actual program that we.
There's no sound, Stephen.
Okay, I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a little, I think you've got to push that little sound button to the left. You were just on it. Yeah, right there, I believe. Nope, that's your presenter. Nope.
Hang on. I don't know what happened here because this is a weird.
Yeah, I think it went into presenter mode now.
Okay, here we go. Let me see if this works now this way, and I'll make it bigger. Come on, Bruce. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I tried to make the screen bigger and it balked on me. Anyway, let me see. One more try. If not, we'll skip it.
Yeah, and you can always just send me the link and I can put it in the chat.
Yeah. Okay, so we won't do it. I will do that and share that video in a second. But jumping into the real estate program, which we call an ambassador program, is we developed this with some of the folks that are KW Pro agents. And at its core, there's really 3 reasons why we developed this program with you and for you. One is to drive more real estate transaction and drive agent-to-agent referrals within your program, and I'll tell you how that works in a second. Also, one of the pillars of this program is to create more loyalty and an interesting discussion with people that you have in your radar that may be looking at buying a second home or have a second home. And most of you, I'm sure, if you've been in business for a while, have a database of people that are qualified in that category or one of the 2 categories, either second homeowner or people that are looking to buy a second home in resort markets? If yes, then this program is really meant for you. And it could be an uncle, it could be somebody in your database, could be anyone around you that has a second home. And for that referral, basically, which is going to be what we offer to you, you can earn travel, we call them keyless travel tokens, inside the club, meaning for every person that you know that has a second home that you can bring to us through a warm introduction, and we have the conversation, we tell them about the program, the third home program, you will earn 1 week of free stay anywhere in the world in any of these properties. And so it's a huge value for just simply referring people to us. When you join as an ambassador, a third home ambassador, we are giving you a free membership. We are giving you, we're waiving the $295 annual dues, which is the only thing people pay once they're in the club for the first year. And you will pay the booking fee because everybody in the club pays the booking fee. That's our revenue stream. I talked about that earlier. And once you join the program, we also give you what we call a smart business card, which is a tracking tool that is a physical tracking tool. And this is an example of what it is on there. Wade Shealy is the CEO and founder of the company. But if you think about it, it's a little business card that's plastic with the logo that you see on the screen on the right with your name. And on the back of it, there's a QR code. And the QR code is the unique URL that is your landing page that is branded with your name that you would send or people to if you had a referral that you wanted to expose to the club. And then we would do the legwork to explain everything to them. So it's not only a physical card you can use when you are at lunch or when you're talking to friends about third home, have them scan that code and bang, they're landing on your page so we can track the referral. That same landing page is a URL that we'll give you as soon as you join the program, which you can use for your database. So you can send that link to anyone who you think qualify for the club. Again, we do all the legwork. All you need to do is make an introduction or have them fill up the small form on that page, and then we will follow up with them and get you going. So that's the benefit for you. You get unlimited number of free trips, one per referral for the rest of time. So very easy and simple. And we do the legwork. All you need to do is identify those people and send them our way. When you send us someone that is qualified for the club, we are also giving them some special benefits, which are part of that landing page that are coming from you. Up to $10,000 in value. We waive the initiation fee for them on your behalf, and we provide additional benefit that's worth about $7,500, which basically means that when you bring somebody through you to the club, we will give them basically 5 keys, which is the internal currency, so they can put their house, but they can immediately travel because they haven't earned any keys up front. So we're giving them 5 keys, which is this currency, this point system, for them to go travel the world, experience the club, and that's because they came through you. We also offer, as part of any of the club membership, adventure travel, safaris, and yachts. So you can rent not rent, but you can actually access these types of fun travel outlets beyond just a home or 5-star residence club, because we have a lot of affiliates as well, such as the Ritz-Carlton Club here in Highlands in Aspen, Snowmass, where I live. And we also offer travel concierge services. So great benefits for you, great benefits for your referrals that have a special treatment because they came through you, KW. And all of that is really once you join the program. The program has a small fee. It's a one-time $1,000 cost to you to join the program. But we also know that we want to give you something right away. So for this $1,000, you are granted 1 keyless token, which is 1 free stay anywhere in the world for the properties that are available in a 60-day from departure window. And that token is valid for 2 years. So you can keep it in your back pocket. what we want is for you to go travel immediately, so you experience the club, so you can talk about it to your friends and family and network. And that's what you get for this initiation fee, and that's a one-time event for you. And we waive our annual dues for that first year. So again, you can take this trip to the Sonoma property I just showed you that would be worth $20,000 a week. You have it for just joining the service. And once you are in the ambassador program, we equip you monthly with marketing content. So we will give you copy and paste email content, sometimes social media content if you use social media. And every month we give you a little piece of content that's a cool thing about Third Home or introducing Third Home. So you don't have to think about it. All you need to do is take that content, send it off to the people that you think qualify. Once they do that, they will fill up a small form on your particular landing page, which we track. And you can also see the number of clicks that come through you. And here you go. You're just there sharing the good story of Third Home, and hopefully earn a trip for every referral. And you can earn 20 per year, you can earn 1 per year, you can earn whatever. It's totally up to you and the type of network you have that would get people excited about Third Home. And so I will share in this chat, and this, when I just click off of this, the link if you're interested in signing up. And if you sign up within that one business day from today, then you will earn that $1,000. Sorry, you will earn that first trip for just joining the program. And once you're in the program, we do a welcome call where we go over this again in more detail. We show you your dashboard. We show you your free trip and how to look for a property. And then we get you rolling with the content that I just talked about. And if you refer more agents, we also have a program for that. But that's typically, through some of the key leaders in their market. And all we want is for you to create incredible travel experience for yourself and for the referral that you may send our way. And there's no obligations if you are not able to send anybody to us. That's okay. I mean, that's not the design of the program, but there's no, you can take that trip even if you don't have anyone signing up in the next 3 weeks or 6 months. Maybe you'll have somebody in a year, and that's what we're looking for. So it's at its core, it's a referral program with marketing content we give to you, and you can earn incredible trips inside the club through that process. And so that's basically what I have to share with you, and I'm more than happy to take questions.
Thank you.
I'm sure you have some questions.
Yeah, we have a few minutes for questions. We're going to answer some questions, and then I'm also going to give you some updates about KW Luxury. So for those of you looking for those updates, just stay on towards the tail end of the call once Stephan answers all of your great questions. So you can raise your hand, or you can take yourself off mute. You can put your questions in the chat, and we'd be happy to answer them. Let's see here. Yes, we know there was no audio with that YouTube video, so I did put the link in the chat, so you're welcome to watch that. I've also posted it on social media, inviting you all to this particular event, so most of you have it. You can also email me directly, or you can contact Stephan, so I'll put my information here in the chat. Okay, put my contact information there.
Go ahead. Do you want to read the questions, Brandy, and I'll answer them?
I don't see any. Let's see here. I'm not sure who's logged on to my other Zoom, but someone from my team, it looks like it says it's me, but it's probably someone from my team. If we become an ambassador, how many people can we bring with us on the trip?
So the interesting part is that when you're an ambassador, you can book any type of property. So you can actually browse through the system and look for a 2-bedroom house in North Carolina, or you can browse and find an available property in Tuscany with 7 bedrooms. And so it's completely up to you You decide what stay and what week is available, and the requirement of the homeowner that will be spelled out on that page. So it's anything and everything based on your how to browse for a property. So let me find save search. Okay. So this would be my account here. So the way, once you have an account, you would see this. I would go into browse, and any traveler would have the same interface here. So what I'm going to do is basically search by availability, search by, let's say, high to low, going from the most luxurious to the less luxury property. And here you see there's 14,787 stays. And you see a key value. Again, this is the highest. You can sleep, 22 people in this property here in Cabo San Lucas. Let me just click on it so you can see the interface. But that's how club members browse. It's a typical real estate site with all the photos that you see here. This is a big property. It's a little slow to load because there's a ton of pictures. But that gives you a feel for what you could be renting. So let me just close that out. And here you would see the description of the property. You would see this property has only 1 week available in August. And when you book the property, we connect you to the homeowner, and this homeowner has been there since 2018. And then you've got all the property details, and if there's any additional fees, that's based on either resort fees or based on the number of people. So this guy charges a little bit more based on the number of people, which makes sense for most properties that are large. And so all you need to do is find, if this property was good for you in August, you would simply, hit a book button and reserve that property. But let me find something that's a little bit not as huge as that.
Well, that almost looks like a
Again,
hotel resort. Some of the places I've
yeah,
stayed.
and exactly. That is true. And also we have resorts that are part of our affiliate program. So you could also go to a total resort where everything is taken care of for you, whether it's in Mexico or in the US. We have residence club, private clubs, bunch of fractional deals that are really interesting. The Saint Regis in New York, for example. But let me go to a property that's not as huge, and let me do it by availability, which I think I did. Here we go. So yeah, let's think about this Park City, Utah property here. I'm just going to click on it. So again, very, very normal browsing experience. Description of the detail of the property, the name of the owner, and this property is available for Christmas week.
Wow.
4 nights, reserve now. That's the type of thing you find. So we don't control the weeks and the number of weeks available in each property. That's at the discretion of the actual owner. But you could spend a week in Park City for less than $1,000 if you had 7 keys in your account. And so it's pretty incredible. And most of our club members who are not necessarily stuck in the school calendar year find incredible properties. If you're stuck with calendar years, or strict calendar requirement such as Christmas or spring break, it's a little bit harder to find properties in the fun locations. So that's it's good for you guys to know that. But going back to the Zoom call, I just want to see if there's any other thoughts or questions. I did post the link if somebody is interested in signing up. All you need to do is fill up the form and join, and then we will come back to you and talk to you about the more detail about the program and get you rolling with the content you need to bring second homeowners.
Okay,
Brandy, do you have any thoughts or questions?
Jacqueline Diaz has one question I see in the chat. Sorry, not sure if I missed it. Are the keys the amount of clients earned? I think she's just looking for clarity on the how the keys work.
No. So the keys are earned based on when people stay at your house. So you're a club member, you allocate a couple weeks or more, you can put 5 weeks. When somebody books your property based on the value of your asset upfront and the peak week versus non-peak week, there's a multiplier effect, but you might earn 5 keys for 1 week, or you might earn 15 keys for 1 week if it's Christmas week, for example, in a ski location. And so as soon as somebody stays in your home, you earn those keys, they're into your account. With those keys, you can browse like I just showed, where you're going to look for properties that are worth 10 keys because you have 15 in your account, and then you would book a week using those 10 keys. That's how it works.
Does that help, Jacqueline?
I hope.
Yes, thank you. I'm so sorry.
No, I just want to make sure you get your question
No
answered. That's what we're here for, answer all your questions. Okay, let's see. One more question here from Stephen Brown. What would someone do if they were short 1 key for a reservation?
So you cannot buy keys. You basically have to earn them through people staying at your property. So if you're short a key, you have to look for a property that is within your range, and add more weeks that are peak weeks into your property so that you get more keys by somebody booking into your house.
I have another question, just
Sure.
so I understand clearly. So when you say when they book your home, now, I mean, do you guys designate these homes? Do we have to, how does that work?
So I'm not sure I understand your question. Are you asking would designate the home? You mean the number of keys that are earned per stay, or you're just talking about the home itself brought into
Just
the
the home
club?
itself.
Yeah. So let's play a scenario where you have somebody that has a second home. Let's call it in Breckenridge, or a condo in Breckenridge that's kind of luxury. We would contact that person, vet the home itself by either it's already online, or they have to send us, a bunch of information, photos, proof of ownership, et cetera, for us to be able to assess the asset itself. When we say, sure, you check the marks for you, the background check as the owner, and you check the mark for the property itself, then we would say, all right, your property is on Zillow worth X amount of dollars, ballpark. We will say, properties accepted into the club, you will earn 5 keys per week. That's the thing that we will determine on their behalf. And say, if you give peak weeks for that season, that ski season in Breckenridge, there's a multiplier effect. So if you give Christmas weeks, you might earn 15 keys per stay for that particular week.
Got it.
And so that's how it works. And because I said earlier that we want people to travel up front, when they join the club through you, we will grant them 5 keys right away. So they can start booking a property, maybe a 1-bedroom in California, and start traveling while they're waiting to earn more keys for the weeks that they made available in their home.
In their home. Got it. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we have KW ambassadors, a number of them that have a second home, that join as a club member and through the ambassador program. So that's, ideal, but not everybody has a second home or a condo or a nice unit somewhere. So the sweet deal that we have for you is that we are letting you become a club member without necessarily bringing a second home if you don't have one. Yet you can enjoy the club, and that's the beauty of this program. And then all you need to do is have conversations with your network and friends around you and say, hey, have you heard about Third Home? Yes, no. Or if not, well, it's the super cool exchange where when you bring your house into the club, people stay in your house, you make it rental ready in a way. And then you can travel the world anywhere with the keys that you've earned when people stay there. So it's a pretty sweet, interesting deal. And you only pay the booking fee.
John Clark says, what happens if an owner's home is damaged during a second home guest stay?
Great question. So, we're very much in the world of protecting the assets of our club members. So every stay has a $4.5 million automatic insurance policy in addition to the homeowner umbrella policy. And you would assume if they let people stay in their house, they will have their own insurance. So we ask them to do that. So that's one aspect of it. We also have reviews, and we have we're about 60 people in the company. Most of the people are either in sales or in customer support, where if something happened during a stay, we have a call center. We have people available to really take care of any issues. Typically, it's resolved between the owner and the guest if they're fair and normal. But if not, we jump in. And if we need to trigger this insurance policy, we will do that based on the extent of the damages.
Okay.
Another question that we sometimes get is, who pays for cleaning fees? In the world of Airbnb or Vrbo, it's typically the traveler who pays for that. In our case, it's actually the homeowner who pays for cleaning. So you as a guest, unless there is unique fees where if it's a super luxury home that's 7 bedroom, the owner may require maid service every 2 days or something like that to keep up with it. But typically, if it's a one-time housekeeping call, it is done before you arrive, and you pay nothing about it. You don't pay the cleaning fees yourself. So it's all just that booking fee. If you book a resort, or if you book a private club that has resort fees, then you would be on the hook for that. But that's not something we control.
Okay. Any other questions for Stephan?
Yeah. All right, Brandy, do you have any questions for you? You're an ambassador now, and I wonder if you have any thoughts.
I learned a little bit more today. Every time I hear you speak on this, I learn a little bit more, and I'm very excited. 2024 is going to be great, just utilizing this program to not only stay in touch with my clients and offer some more value, but for our own personal, well-being and self-care, take a little time to recharge. We all know 2023 has been a long year. And so very much looking forward to 2024. I hope everyone else thinks about recharging, getting out there and spending some time with your family, and also just connecting with your clients and sharing some more value where someone else might not be able to share this kind of value. So it keeps you sticky with your clients. And why not share something like this versus just what's going on with the market? It's just a different conversation, especially this time of year. So I appreciate sharing this value with everyone. They have your contact information. Everyone has my contact information. If you have any other questions, you see the link where you can sign up. We can also recirculate that out for all attendees. And we appreciate your time, Stephan. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I thank you for your time and all the questions. And if you have any more thoughts after this call, my contact information will be shared by Brandy. So reach out directly, email or cell. Totally open to answering any more questions and specific questions if you haven't asked them during this call.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to just go over some KW luxury updates now. So again, thank you so much. And for those of you that would like to stay on and get some questions answered about updates, family reunion, all the wonderful things with KW Luxury Pro, I've had a lot of questions on that. We'll take the last 17 minutes or so to answer all those.
All right, well, I'm going to jump off. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll be in
Holidays.
touch.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.